Ian, how y'all doing, man? How y'all living out there? Waiting on everybody to come on in here. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal week so far, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to have y'all in here. Ready to chop up game as we always do on the live. Everybody tap on in, and we're gonna do what we do. Hit that retweet button, retweet the broadcast, and let everybody know that we're live right now. Still out here in the lovely New York. Shout out to all the New Yorkers. Hope you guys are getting ready to go see Microphone Check next week in theaters around the country. Find out what theater is in a city near you at microphonecheck.com. It's microphonecheck.com, ladies and gentlemen. Waiting on everybody to come on in. What's up, Nikki the God? I see you, beloved. I see you. And everybody's still getting ready for the Rally for Reparations Juneteenth celebration happening this June 15th, Freedom Plaza, Washington, D.C., 2024. Everybody need to come through from around the country. It's free event, outdoor event. It's going to be a phenomenal thing. Standing up for reparations is very important for us to stand up for what we need as foundational Black Americans. We're going to talk about reparations. We're also going to talk about the importance of a crime bill that protects us. And that brings us to today's topic. As you guys probably know, down there in Texas, Governor Greg Abbott, he pardoned a suspected white supremacist. I shouldn't even say suspected. This guy is pretty much confirmed. It's a white supremacist named Daniel Perry. Now, Daniel Perry, for those who don't know, Perry was sentenced to 25 years in jail because he ran through a crowd of Black Lives Matter protesters and he shot one of them point blank. This was a white guy he shot. It was another Kyle Rittenhouse type situation. This time he was actually convicted, but the suspected white supremacist governor pardoned him and then gave him all of his gun rights back. Now, this Daniel Perry guy, this was another case, again, like Kyle Rittenhouse. This was premeditated. They uncovered some texts and some documents of him saying he wanted to go and kill Black protesters. And he had a whole bunch of racist messages, text messages, racist messages on message boards. He was talking about running over protesters. Somebody in the comments section says, "Yeah, can you get me a Negro?" He said, "Yep, I hope so. That's what I'm hoping to do." He was talking about after he kills one of the Black people, cutting off their ears, one of their ears, which is what they used to do with lynching. They used to disfigure and mutilate and cut off body parts like ears and other sensitive parts to take as souvenirs when they would lynch Black people. So this guy was bad news. He also shared a meme of a woman holding a child's head underwater in a bathtub saying, "This is what happens when your daughter has a baby by a Negro," something to that effect. So this guy was hardcore with his white supremacist views. What's up, Yoshi G? I see you, beloved. So this guy was hardcore with his white supremacist views. So again, it was another premeditated thing. He wanted to go in and attack Black protesters, and he went and did it. And they did the old "I'm white and I say so" routine and let him go. Well, we shouldn't be shocked. This is how white supremacy works. And the reason why they have to do a bold move like this, now they know Governor Abbott and all of these people, and there were other politicians campaigning to let him go. It's very important for them to pull a white supremacist stunt like that. That's very blatant and open, just the same way they did with Kyle Rittenhouse. They have to let the poor rank and file white supremacists know, okay, hey, there's some in white supremacy for you. And I'm pretty sure we got some suspected white supremacists in here. We're going to get them. Hold on, conservatism. Hold on, let me see. Let's get some of these folks in here. I know we got some of them in here, and I'm gonna go more into depth of what I'm saying. But conservatism, whatever your name is, hop on, man.
Hello, Tariq Nasheed. What's up?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind? Conservatism.
Oh yeah. I'm just here to say, I think you're a great person. You're rhetorically talented, and I appreciate your advocacy for the foundational Black Americans.
Okay. So what else is on your mind?
Oh, really, well, nothing. That's all I wanted to kind of say. So that's why I
Oh,
asked for the mic.
well,
Thank you.
there you. All right. Okay. This is not Hot 97. Y'all don't have to give shout outs. All right. Let me get Gun Control USA real quick. Gun Control USA. What's up, Gun Control USA? Gun Control USA, you want to hop on? Unmute your microphone.
Sure. I just want to say I'm FBA, by the way.
Okay.
I'm not white. I'm not African. And
Okay.
I just wanted to say, what's your what's your problem with working together with Africans? Like, why can't we work together with them? Why don't you want to do that? We're all black.
What state you in, dear?
Tennessee.
What Africans are you working with in Tennessee?
I have African friends that I've met in college
Me too. So what are you talking about?
that are very nice people, and they're not haters and they're not coons of FBAs.
I work with African brothers and sisters all the time. I'm very good friends with them, and they work with me on projects all the time. So what's your point,
Oh,
baby?
okay. Well, because you always saying tether, and I was just wondering why. What's all the disdain for some of the Africans that we got to be calling them tethers and stuff like that?
You know why we call them tethers. Some of them tethers. You know, if you listen to me, how long you been listening to me?
On and off for maybe a year or so,
Because that's
maybe one.
interesting. Okay, if you've been listening to me for a year, you know better. So there's something else because you're playing naive. Let me ask you something else. You
I'm
married?
not playing naive.
Are you married? Are you married, dear?
I'm not married. No, I'm
You,
single.
you're in a you're not in a relationship?
I'm not in a relationship. No.
What's the last relationship you've been in?
Was 2021.
Okay, 3 years
We're
ago. Was
actually really 2020. It was really 2020. It was 2020. It ended in 2021 though. So
so
2021
so it
basically.
was a 1 year relationship.
It was for a couple of months.
Couple of months. Was it an African dude?
No, it wasn't. But
Caribbean?
I'm just a
Caribbean? Was it a Caribbean dude?
no. It wasn't. No.
Interesting.
He was a zaddy. He
Oh,
was a zaddy. He was a white guy. I'm
very.
not a bed wench. I'm not a bed wench.
Boy, I smell.
Tariq.
Mm,
Tariq.
I
I'm not a
smell.
bed wench. I'm an advocate. I love my
Oh,
people.
uh-huh.
I love my people. I
You got
love
some,
brothers. I
uh,
love brothers.
you had some
I just
zaddy juice. You
he
had some
was
zaddy juice.
racist. He was racist, and I cut him off when
Hmm.
he and that mama of his were racist, and I cut him off real quick once I realized that.
Thankfully, you got out before you got decapitated somewhere. You know?
Yes, thank God. Thank
Yes.
you, Jesus.
But now you know good and well we don't hate on no African people. We don't. You, if you listen to me, you've heard them
I
call up.
listen to you on and off. I don't listen to you
But
consistently
but
enough
ma'am,
to.
you've heard some of them call up here talking crazy about foundational Black Americans. You've heard that,
Yes, I have, and I agree it's not right. But I'm just
right?
saying I'm not defending them because it's not right at all. They shouldn't be doing that.
Right. So
We they
somebody has to check the tether class. We got to check some of that. Unfortunately, it gets a little ugly. It gets a little testy, but we got to check them. We got to check the Candace Owenses and people like that. She's a tether. She's very dangerous. We got to check that type of stuff. We can't let these people sit in their tether class over here to undermine us and we not say nothing. That's not going to work, ma'am.
I understand.
Now you got the gun control. What's that?
It
So
was a school project for a school project. I had to do something, and that's why. And for it was for an advocacy class, so that's why. And although I am a proponent of gun control, though, so that's
you're
why.
you're a big Democrat person, huh?
No, I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. I don't like the Democrats.
Oh, okay. There you go. Okay, I'm not
I
mad at.
think they undermine black people and are very racist to black people. So I used to be one, but I'm not anymore. I've seen the light.
There you go. All right, but dear, be safe out there with them zaddies. Be very careful. Go find your brother down there.
Okay, I will.
All right.
Thanks, Tariq.
All right. But yeah, like I was saying, man, about Abbott pardoning that white supremacist Daniel Perry, who has a bunch of messages that are anti-black. He's sharing memes that are anti-black. Talks about wanting to harm black people. It's important for the white supremacist power structure to throw a bone to the rank and file white supremacists. In order to keep this system going, there has to be something in it for all of the white supremacists. There has to be something in it. And a lot of the white supremacists are not going to get the money, some of the big money that some of the upper crust white supremacists are going to get. So they will give them certain benefits and protections, and they will monetize the whiteness itself. And I always tell people that white supremacy has $1 billion insurance policy that it gives to the rank and file suspected white supremacists. They give you that $1 billion insurance policy, meaning if you do something to harm a black person, the system will start working in your favor to protect you with a $1 billion policy. Whereas a black person would have to spend $1 billion to get the kind of protection and benefits that a little poor rank and file white supremacist gets. So this Daniel Perry guy, this was like a low level white supremacist. And whenever you hear people in the dominant society talk about, well, I'm poor. What white supremacy do I have? I don't have anything. I work at Amazon. I don't have anything. Your whiteness is monetized, and this Daniel Perry situation is a perfect example. This dude did a crime, and that's part of white supremacy is immunity from law. You get to commit certain crimes, especially as it relates to black people or black adjacent people, people who are there advocating with black folks. That's the consolation prize. Either you get a black person or you get a person who's advocating for black people. That's straight out of the Turner Diaries. They wrote a book in the 1970s basically giving a template on how white supremacists can target black people by joining law enforcement and attacking black people and Negro lovers, so to speak, attacking them too. So that's why the Kyle Rittenhouse situation, he got the two white guys, or what was it, three? He shot a few people. That was still good enough. They still looked at that as a win for white supremacy because those were quote unquote Negro lovers. And the white supremacists who are Kyle Rittenhouse fans, they try to talk about how the people Kyle shot were so-called predators. But this Daniel Perry guy, according to some information, this guy was allegedly a predator too. I think they uncovered some text messages of him allegedly trying to get with a 16-year-old. Allegedly. So look into that. So they'll sit up here and pick and choose which predator they're going to stand behind. But this move that Abbott did, that was that was them really trying to circle their wagons around white supremacy. They got to really be bold with it. They got to send a message like, hey, if you harm black people, we're going back to the Jim Crow style of protecting you. We go back to the Emmett Till situation where if you harm a black person, we'll use the "I'm white and I say so" to get you up out of trouble. So we got to be careful out here, because what that does, that puts a target on the backs of all black people nationwide, not just in Texas. But this does put a target on the backs because it sets a further precedent where these white supremacists can do premeditated ambush attacks. So we really got to be on top of our game, and we got to, hey, we're going to need a crime bill. This is why a crime bill is very important, so that we can defend ourselves from these kind of people. That's why the crime bill is very important. And we got to stop letting them use these vague things like, well, there's already a crime bill. No, it's not. It's not specific for us. Just like the Asian crime bill was specific for Asians. They specifically denounced anti-Asian hate. This other crime bill that they got for the Jewish community, they specifically denounced anti-Semitism. They've never specifically denounced anti-black racism and put it into a bill. That's up to us to stand on that and make them do that. Let me get some more calls in here. Councilman Brian Hawkins. Councilman Hawkins, hop in, sir. What's up, Brian? I'm Hawkins.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. My bad. Because I'm actually at the hospital working with my patients, and I didn't realize you was going to bring me up. But one quick thing, I appreciate the work you're doing.
Yes,
I
sir.
just donated again to uh, June 15th. I
Yeah,
won't be able to be there because I'm an elected official in Riverside, and we have a ton of events that I got to be at. But every time I come into this space, I'm always going to go in and donate. And
I
so I
appreciate it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm not a person that's just about words. I'm a person about action, and I think it's important that for everybody to keep saying, I want to see reparations. The only way it's going to happen is that we got to, either be in the ring or support those who are in the ring. So I often say, if you're not going to run for office, support those who are running. And it's a lot of times we go in these spaces, we listen to all this knowledge that you give and some of the brothers that come up, and we don't ever support that. I support my man Marcel that's running for Congress. I mean, it's important that we get behind individuals that are doing the work. And so I just want to come up here, man. I know you're in California. I want to connect with you
Absolutely.
and really, get on what you're doing because I think it's important that we really start to build this momentum. And, you give so much knowledge and wisdom. Last night I was on like 1,200 people. I was like, man, imagine if everybody just didn't go to Starbucks for a month and just donated that money to this cause, like the voice, the message, the stuff that we can do to get out there. And so, tap into me anytime that I see you go live or you got a room and space. Notice that every time I come in, I'm always going to go and donate because I don't believe in just sitting around, and doing nothing when we can all come together and do something.
Yes, sir. How long have you been a city councilman out there in Riverside?
But this is my fourth year, so I'm up for reelection this year.
Oh man, we're gonna make sure you get reelected, definitely, brother. Give everybody your website, please.
It's real. So it's realpastorbrian.com. Real. So don't go to because the is like a smear against me because of the way in which I went after a lot of the issues. But I haven't put nothing up. I haven't put anything up just yet
Okay.
to receive anything or donations like that. But I got support and everything like that. My biggest thing is committing to what you got going on
Yes,
June
indeed.
15th. I don't want to deviate from that. You know,
Absolutely.
I can fund my own campaign myself.
Yes, sir.
So I mean I'm good there. I'm just trying to really use this moment to say what we can do if we collectively come together because there's a lot of people out there that's saying they were the reparations movement, and at the end of the day they can't even tell you what reparation is. You got too many individuals tap dancing
Yep.
and stuff, and so I believe in we all being on code, same message, just like all these different other organizations. They all ride with the same message. They don't deviate from it. And that's what we have to do. We have to have the same message. That way it's to sound the same in LA, Baltimore, Chicago, Philadelphia, wherever we all speaking the same language.
Yes, sir. My man. I appreciate you, brother. Let's tap in offline, man. Definitely. Solid brother, man. That's what we like. More elected officials, brothers in office, brothers and sisters in office, really representing. That's why we want to get Brother Marcel Dixon. We want to get him in office. That's what we need. We need brothers and sisters like this in office who are on code, who are riders, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get your boy in the building. Your boy.
What's good, Tariq?
What's good, family? How are you?
I'm good. I just want to give you your flowers. And one other thing, did you hear about the pastor and the wife Mika that came up missing and died?
No, no,
Hello,
no.
Tariq.
What happened? Hold on, brother. Hold on. What happened with it?
Well, basically, they said the pastor killed the wife, but
Oh yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah. I did hear. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because she said it was like a suicide at first. It was
yes, and now they got the FBI. So, but when we say it's a suicide, somebody hanging in a tree, they don't get the FBI and all that
right,
involved. So that's all I got to say. Thank you.
right. Good. That's a good point. Yeah, this white woman allegedly committed suicide, and the FBI was like, "Hey, that don't sound right." So now they're investigating the husband. Now, when we see black folks with these weird ass quote unquote suicides where they're hanging in a tree with their arms tied behind their back, there's no investigation. They just kind of go along with it. Who's talking here? Somebody was talking? Was that 213 talking?
Yes, it's me. I have a question.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Why is it that Tommy Sotomayor keeps talking about this?
Okay. Why are you in here trying to dry promote other people, man?
Dropping who?
Why are you trying to dry promote other people?
I'm not promoting anyone.
Okay, well, you come in here asking goofy questions. Where are you from, man? Where's that accent from?
I was actually about to ask you that. What part
Where,
of
where
the
you
Congo
from?
are you
Where you
from?
from? Where you from?
I'm from New York.
Man, where you from?
I said New York. You didn't hear me?
Not no. Where are you from? From? Not no damn New York. New York don't have an accent like that. Where you from, man?
I was going to say, like, what part of the Congo are you from?
All right, let me get some more people. This unwitty tether. Good lord, tethers ain't got no wit. Let's get Elijah in here. Elijah, and let's get Sir Harsh.
Hello.
Okay,
Okay.
Hello. Hey, Tariq. Can you
here
hear
we
me?
go.
This is Sir Harsh.
Okay, hold on, Sir Harsh. Elijah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'm here. Tariq, what's up, man? I'm FBA straight out of South Central, man.
My man.
Um, I still live in the county, but I don't live in South Central. But I'm calling because I wanted to share with all of the other FBAs because a lot of people don't know about Ancestry.
Mm,
And I've been on there for a little over 10 years. And I know enough of my family, and I used to ask a lot of questions. So I was able to fill in a lot of information. And all of my lineages lean all the way, always goes back to one of the plantations. So
yeah.
I wanted to share with the FBAs if they don't know how to solidify themselves that it's the easiest way is to just go to ancestry.com and
Yeah.
but you have to know at least some of your family history to be able to build that tree to go that far back and like I have helped people find their fathers. I have helped
Mm,
people find their mothers. So I really know how to use it if like anybody needs help. But for the FBAs, go to ancestry.com, build your tree, ask your family members, go to anybody that's old in your family, ask as many questions as you can so you can fill that tree in. And usually it would lead back to one of the plantations.
yes,
And I just
indeed.
wanted to share that. Yeah, I just wanted to share that because a lot of people don't know. And I heard one guy on one of the podcasts that you loaded up on YouTube. He said he didn't want to pay for it. Man, just go ahead and pay for it, man. It don't even cost a lot.
Right, right. Thank you so much, man. You know what's interesting? Because my mom stay on that. My mom stay on Ancestry. That's my mom's hobby. My mom be digging up relatives from the damn 1700s. But my mom was diddling around on there and found a cousin who was adopted that we didn't know about. One of my cousins had a kid, and we didn't know he had a kid and by some chick, and not some chick. I ain't gonna call her some chick, but a lady, and the lady put the kid up for adoption, and we never knew about this kid. And my mom just happened to find this kid on Ancestry. Oh, he's a grown man now, and so you can tell people who's like a first cousin, second cousin, and we're like, first cousin, who is this guy? And nobody knew who he was. So my mom contacted him and found out, he was adopted, and one of my other cousins fathered him. It was yes. So you can find some amazing things on there. So it's good to be on there to trace folks. Sir Harsh, what's up, brother?
Hey, can you hear me, Tariq?
I can hear you, Sir Harsh. How are you?
Good, good, perfect. I just want to say this is my first time asking a question, but I first heard of you back in 2012, actually.
Really?
Yeah, you were big in like the PUA space. So like
Yes,
you
I
had like
was.
a book, the like the Mac Lessons book. So that was
Mm-hmm.
pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so general question, this election is going to be very important for a lot of different people. I wanted your perspective if what happens the day after the election, let's say hypothetically Trump wins. But one of the reasons why he wins is because a lot of Black Americans don't vote for Biden,
Mm-hmm.
or he shifts a lot of votes from Biden to Trump. What would be the relationship between the Democratic Party and Black America, or how would the Democrats view Black America moving forward if that's the hypothetical, if that was to occur?
That would send a message to them that they should do what they're supposed to do and do what we ask them to do, which is give us tangibles. So yeah, that would send a great message, and we would like to send that message.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's it. That was it.
Yeah, I was just asking. Yeah, I just I always hear you on the spaces, and you're pretty funny.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah.
Now, somebody, are you a supporter of Ben Shapiro?
No, why?
Okay, somebody said you were a Ben Shapiro supporter.
No, I kind of just I looked through all the spaces. There was like a recent tweet. Someone was talking about like his suit jackets
Okay,
and like the way he's dressed. Like someone was just commenting on it, but no, I'm not a supporter.
got it. There you go. All right, thank you, Sir Harsh.
All right, cool, cool.
Let me get Sister Nikki, and then I'm gonna get crypto in. Let me get Nikki first, and then I'll get NFT crypto. Sister Nikki, how are you, dear?
I'm good. I don't mean to be so repetitive. Well, first of all, I just wanted to make a little joke. You know, your mom, she stays on Ancestry.com. Didn't she find out that Princess Love was your distant cousin?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Yeah, so she stays on there, so she's pretty good at that.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
I wanted to put this in a jumbotron. I don't want to seem repetitive from last night, but I noticed that people actually donate from these spaces, so I wanted to make sure that this gets put up there every time.
Yes.
And I'm not saying much because I'm at work, so I just wanted to put that up there. And have a good night.
Thank you, beloved. Thank you so much. So yes, that the link. Did Nikki put it up there yet? Waiting on Nikki to put that link up there for the GoFundMe. While we're talking, everybody can hit that GoFundMe. We're doing great too. We're over 25K. We're trying to get to 50K. So we're at we over the halfway mark. And Monday, I think Monday we're going to have another ad spot for the rally for reparations. So stay tuned for that. NFT crypto. NFT crypto. Hop on, man. Just turn your microphone on. All right, while we're waiting on NFT crypto, let's get Shine Box in the building. Shine Box. All right, let's get the Vision in here. All right.
Hello.
Okay, that's Shine Box. What's up, Shine Box?
Hey, I just wanted to just make a couple comments and just get your feelings about this and about this incident in particular. I don't know that this has, if the news has actually circulated enough, and if you guys are hearing anything about any type of demonstrations that are planned, because I have a feeling this is going to get a little bit bigger than than people know right now. And that's really all I wanted to say.
Well,
I wanted to follow up, and I was going to say that.
you got
Um,
wait. You got to put everything in context. You. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the pardon.
Okay, okay, there you go. Okay, so yeah, you think people planning protest about it? I
I,
would
I
imagine.
just, yeah, I mean, I just don't think this news has circulated as much throughout the country. I mean, obviously, I think they know about it in Texas. I just don't think this story has gotten enough circulation, and I think when it does, it's gonna evoke a lot of emotion. I'm not. I'm not opposed to any type of demonstrations, but I think this would call for them.
Right.
I also would say that I'm not into conspiracies, but if you were going to try and start a large scale racial conflict, this would be one way to do it.
Yeah. I don't think it's a
Can
conspiracy.
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I don't think it's a conspiracy. I think they're just practicing white supremacy. Who's talking? Is that crypto?
Yeah, my bad. I rugged earlier, but I wanted to chime in on Shine. Shine, you sound like you're white, which I do not have any problems with, and I do not like racial things. So this is a black room, and you sound like you're white. Let's not start nothing racial. But I do want to kind of just say hi to everyone. Um, I'm NFT Crypto Keys. My name is Marquise, and I do amazing things in a certain space, and I feel like I'm being held down by people in a group. I'm not. I could spell everything out, but I'm not going to. But I just wanted people. I want people to pay attention to crypto. I want people to
Man,
gain wealth.
what are you babbling about, dude? Are you on that narcotic? What are you babbling about? You babbling you ain't making no sense. What you talking about? Turn your microphone.
Yeah. All right. No. All
Man,
right.
what are you talking about?
My bad. No, I'm not on no narcotics. I don't do drugs. I do drink a little bit, but
Where are you from, by the way? Where's your lineage?
I I was born in Pittsfield, Mass. My name is Marquise Williamson.
No, 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 no. I hear an accent. Where's your family lineage from?
Nah, I'm from Massachusetts, bro.
That is no. Where is your family lineage from?
That's a good question. So I grew up in foster care from the 4 years old, and as far as I know, my dad is 50% black. He's got two black parents, and I have a white mother that I think is from Ireland. And literally, I know nothing beyond that.
Well, why are you talking with an accent? You have an accent, dude.
I'm from up north. I'm from the Northeast.
Yeah, you from the North Jamaica somewhere. I smell Bammy.
Nah,
Get
bro,
your
nah.
ass. I smell Bammy. But you were adopted. He's trying to hide his accent. He has an accent he's trying to hide. Don't sit up here talking about, well, I was adopted. Shut up, nigga. You all that. Division, hop on.
Hello, Tariq. Um, I think this is probably like the second time we've spoken. Um, I think if we're talking about this Greg Abbott situation, it just goes back to what we've always known, kind of thing. Like they like to vindicate their supremacists and the people that they want to put into place, right? Like there's no, there was no need to
Bro, it's
pardon.
taking you too long, brother. It's just taking you too long. Lord, it's just taking you too long to get to a point. Ray, hop on.
Hey Tariq, yeah, Greg Abbott is he's done. He's done.
Mm-hmm.
He's just done for. And I just want to thank you for the upcoming documentary. I don't care what anybody says, but it's needed.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank you for recording our history
Yes.
and coming up with a whole documentary. And I also thank you for the museum.
Oh, I appreciate that, beloved. Thank you so much. And
And you deserve all the support. And if people want to support you, that's their choice. But as Black Americans, what's wrong with supporting each other? in
Absolutely.
our endeavors. It's better than supporting anybody else. And that's all I wanted to say.
Thank
Continue
you
on.
so. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. I can't wait for y'all to see microphone check, man. The countdown is here. In 1 week, it is going down. It's going to be in New Orleans first. Where are my New Orleans people? Microphone check will screen in New Orleans this Wednesday. The screening in New Orleans is this Wednesday, May 22nd. So, New Orleans, y'all get to see it first. The New Orleans family, y'all get to see the film first. Brandon or Brando, well, what happened to you, brother? Um, you were up here. Let me get you back up here. Let's get Brando or Brandon, whatever your name is. Let's get him in here, and let's get um. Let me see, Charlie. Oh, we got a troll account. All right, all right, Ronnie, the troll account. Let me get you in here because you've been raising your hand. What's
Hey,
up?
what's up? Hey, what's up, Tariq?
I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm good, brother. Hey, man. I'm a long time listener. I've been listening to you since I was about 21. I'm 32 right now, man, and
Yeah.
I agree with everything you said for the past decade, man. I'm a '90s baby, and I'm not trying to disrespect the honorable, what you call Louis Farrakhan or nothing. I'm an FBA man. I honestly think you are more constructive than he was. And the
No.
reason why I say that
No.
is because you know, he's not a tether. I know the difference, but he does come from an immigrant background. He's a writer, but he doesn't push for you are literally spearheading the reparations movement, and somebody who's followed you. I've not missed a broadcast ever. You know, he doesn't push the line like you do. I
Like I
just find that kind of
thank you. Let me, Minister Farrakhan. He's spoken up for reparations, and the minister is a writer, and I've learned and soaked up a lot of game from the minister. So, no, the minister is definitely a writer. He is a writer for real, for real. Um, Bando.
Hey, what's up, Tariq? I
What's,
appreciate you having me on.
yeah. So, how you doing, fam?
I'm doing amazing. I did want to get a chance to thank you. I actually been listening to you for some years now, and I think it's really important for a lot of people to understand the FBA movement
Mm-hmm.
because, especially I'm a millennial, I'm only 30 years old, and I didn't grow up
Yeah.
with a father to really teach me about the true politics of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, I've always harbored this kind of almost just ignorance, and I'm a loving person, so I accept the other side. White people, what they've done, and I try to give them an ear sometime. But I've just learned as I've gotten older, you really got to politic with your people, understand what you're here to do, and it's just a lot of young black youth that don't have a voice that can tell them, like you've done these years, to tell them exactly
Yeah.
what it is, give them 100%
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that, man. I really, really appreciate that, and I'm glad, man, the young folks are really soaking it up because a lot of people from my generation, to be honest, man, a lot of them are tapped into the corporate sector. So, I get it. I'm not going to criticize them too much. If you're tapped into the corporate sector, they kind of have you on a leash. So there's only so far you can go with the criticism of white supremacy. I'm not in that corporate sector like that. So I'm independent, so I can snap and just go all the way in and call it for what it is. And I think a lot of people can appreciate that. I'm not going to beat up on the older cats too much because I understand the limitations they have. And a lot of people criticize folks within the Hollywood structure for not doing this, not doing that. You got to understand in Hollywood, man, if the people in Hollywood can elevate you and give you a platform, they can take that platform away if you stray too far from their messaging. So I kind of get it. So this is why it's very important to cultivate um, grassroots representatives. So this is why when we're doing the rally for reparations, I want to bring up some new riders, some new young folks up here who are very passionate and who have that real thorough leadership potential to really elevate people for generations on. So it's very important to to cultivate and uplift some of the other people and give them the game so that they can get out here and do their thing and carry the torch. You there? Let me see. Let's get some more people in here. We got a lot of folks in the building. Let's get Scott O'Brien. Let's get Scott O'Brien. Let's get somebody from the Dominant Society. What's up, Mr. Scott O'Brien?
Yeah, I'm just trying. I'm a white guy, just trying to educate myself a bit,
Yeah.
and I'm just wondering, how reparations might be distributed, and how and what you think the benefits to the black society would be.
Oh, great question. The way we're going to have it distributed is that, first of all, we're going to designate that it goes to foundational Black Americans. That means the Black people who descended from slaves, descended from freedmen exclusively. We're going to check everybody's paperwork, make sure their lineage can be verified through the 1870 census forms. We're going to distribute the funds the same way they do with Native American tribes. We're going to do cash payments first. That's first. And then we'll do the land allotments. Then we can look into tax free status. Then we can look into some of the casinos, land grants, not loans. We're not doing none of the loan thing. We need full compensation. So we're going to start there. And that's going to benefit not just Black society, it's going to benefit all society because that's going to stimulate this economy. Because the money we get from the reparations, that's going to circulate within the United States economy. And that's going to be a big economic boom. And it's going to be great for the country. All right.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien. All right. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's a very simple plan. It's real simple. It's not rocket science. We're going to use the same template that they do with the red natives. People don't act like it's not algebra and it's not rocket science with them. They just give the checks to them. When it comes to us, so everybody wants, well, how are we going to do that? How are we going to give them the money? How? Where? Where's it going to come from? No, it's very easy. Let's get Don P. Let's get Don P in the building. All right. Don P. Then we'll get Terry. All right. Don P, you ready? And while we're waiting on Don P, wait, we got Don P. Go ahead, Don. Don. All right. Don's microphone isn't working like it should. So let's try Terry. Terry, you ready?
Hey, what's up, Flex? What's poppin', baby?
I'm good, man. How are you, T?
I'm doing great, man. Yo, my question is, well, I don't really have a question, man. My thing is, why is it the self-proclaimed most smartest people on the planet is complete void of common sense when it comes to upholding white supremacy? I don't understand that.
Oh yeah, they act like they don't know what white supremacy is. They it's the play dumb thing. They love playing dumb. They know what it is. Uh, when they do blackface, they sit up and be like, "Oh, it's acne makeup. It's not blackface," you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they
Ex-
like playing dumb. It's just them playing dumb. They know what it is. These people are the smartest folks in the world. They're rocket scientists until it comes to what racism is, and then don't nobody know nothing. You don't know who the white supremacists are. The whole shebang. So it's all cap. Don, what's up, brother? You ready? All right, let me get Don out of here. All right. And Blinn, and this is the Latino troll. Now, this is Blinn. He's a Latino troll who's ashamed of his Latino background, so he has to hide it. And I want y'all, this is a lesson here. I'm bringing Blinn up. One of these suspected white supremacists, one tactic they like to do, they try to get black people to say something anti-Semitic so that we can be labeled as bigots. So they think they're smart and they're witty, and they try to play this peer pressure game that don't work. But let's hear him give it a try. Go ahead, Blend. Let's hear your peer pressure
No,
tactic.
I appreciate the introduction. That's not where I was going with that last night. But moving forward tonight, I mean, if you want to discuss that, we can discuss that.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this Daniel Perry case, and it's kind of similar to Kyle Rittenhouse. And if I could preface what I'm saying by saying I believe Casey Anthony was innocent, I believe OJ was innocent, and I believe that this Daniel Perry gentleman was innocent.
Yeah, you're a white supremacist. Of course you're going to believe that. That's You're not saying anything shocking. Of course you're
Well,
going
it's
to.
enough gray area. I mean, when you heard this
You're a
dead
white
man telling
supremacist.
those stories,
Yeah.
that okay, what was the crime here, Tariq? Is it that he said text messages so you don't like him, or is it the actual circumstances for which the unfortunate? Now it's unfortunate that the gentleman lost his life. That's without a doubt. But it's kind of the old tale of dead man telling.
Get out of here. I'm not going to sit here and let no white supremacists play dumb. I'm not going to waste y'all time. I'm not going to sit here and play dumb. This dude did a premeditated murder, and they wanted to send a white supremacist message by letting him off. So I'm not going to sit here and let you babble and play dumb. All right. We're not doing that. So yeah, I'm not going to waste black people's precious FBA time listening to Cracker Babble. Bulldog, what's happening?
There, when you take a mic away from constructive criticism.
Well, that's called projecting, and that's not constructive criticism. That's
So
white.
let me ask you a
Okay,
question.
first of all, you don't cut me off. That's what you don't do. All right, let's slow your damn roll. All right, let's pump your brakes 1 second. All right. I don't know. This ain't the meth lab or whatever you used to running things in. All right. So we have decorum here. Now, what do you have to say?
Just pushing that mute button make you feel a little bit powerful.
Pushing your mama's breast make me feel even more powerful. So, what else do you got to say? You're not witty. Let's get to the point. Go ahead. Say what you got to say. Unmute your button and say what you got to say.
It takes 7 seconds to unmute me after you mute me. It's a Twitter thing,
Well,
but
you better hurry up and do what you do. So, what's say?
so what makes you run around just calling people white supremacists for no reason?
What makes you think I'm doing it for no reason?
So what makes you think Blends is a white supremacist?
Because he says white supremacist things.
Um, so
So,
what's the issue?
who are you? Who are you? His baby mama? Why are you defending him so much?
So what's the issue and all the hatred towards white people?
Why are you defending him so much?
I
What's your
I was just asking you a question. Why you hate white people so much?
Why are you projecting so much?
I'm not projecting. You said it. How am I projecting?
When did I ever say I hated white people?
Well, I mean, just based off of how you shit on this man and accused him of hating black people for no reason and then just booted him would be enough to assume that you hate white people, right?
That's called I'm white not say so, which is a part of white supremacy. Bulldog, where'd you grow up? Because you sound like one of these white boys with a black scent who try to sound like he's from the hood. Where'd you grow up, man?
Michigan.
What, Flint, Ann Arbor?
Flint.
Yeah, you one of them. You one of them Eminem wannabes, but a low key white supremacist. Yeah, watch your tone, watch your mouth here. You're not in the trailer park.
Also a transgender. What's your point?
Well, you do a lot of projecting, don't you, dude?
Nah, it's big facts.
Now, anyway, so since you're running around there with your black scent, what have you done for the black community in Flint?
With my black scent, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you're trying to have you got a little black scent that you try to talk with.
Is that right?
Uh huh. Uh huh.
That's what's up.
No, it's
That's,
not what's up. Yeah. Because I know when the police come around, that black scent goes right out the window, don't it?
Yeah, because they can't never catch me
Hell yeah, exactly. That wet dog smell throws them right off their trail, right?
faster than a buddy.
You feel me?
Yeah. See that now that wet dog shit comes back to being a racist piece of shit like you are, right?
No, no, no. Had nothing to do with race. Has
You
something to
wanna
do
you wanna hear you wanna hear the sad facts?
has something to do with you being in a trailer. That's what that is. Not race.
Definitely not in a trailer, and I probably own more than you'll ever think about owning, little
You
buddy.
you own more meth. Yeah, you own
I've
way.
never done a hard drug a day in my life. Once again, you're projecting.
Sorry, I don't do no drugs. I don't do that. Anyway, Bulldog, how do you feel about reparations? Since you're here babbling, how do you feel about reparations, Bulldog?
Well, considering that in the early 1600s, that just about every race was in some way, shape, or form slaves, I wouldn't see it being unfair for everybody to get reparations. But at the end of the day, the Guerino Mordan, the higher up Africans of the early 1600s, they used to kidnap other black people and sell them into slavery. So if you was to be pissed off at anybody about slavery, it's definitely not just all the white man's fault. And in 1607, the first slave ship that ever docked in the United States was ran by the Jamestown Colony. And since their creation, they have claimed to be Democrats. And they docked that boat in West Virginia. And 7 hours away from where they docked that boat at, they sold the first set of black slaves to black slave owners in Atlanta. And there was actually quite a few Supreme Court
Slow down.
cases where
Slow down.
you can go and look at the Supreme Court cases and feel
Slow
free.
down.
There
What are you?
was actually black men.
Okay, you're not gonna sit here and lie and just keep babbling. What the hell did you just say? They sold some slaves to black men in Atlanta.
How you gonna cut me
No,
off and talk?
no, no. You're gonna slow that down. You're not gonna say some complete horse shit and then just keep talking like we didn't hear you say horse shit. What black people did they sell slaves to in Atlanta in the 1600s? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Unmute that microphone. In the 1600s, you said they sold the first slaves to some black men in Atlanta?
Yes. Do you need me to show you the court cases where there were actually black men that fought the Supreme Court to keep their slaves?
In the 1600s?
Yeah, in the late 1607 ish, a little bit later, 1612, right off in there.
Atlanta didn't exist in 1607. What are you talking about?
No. You're tripping without shoelaces. Hold on, I'm gonna post the Supreme Court documents
I
for
ain't
you.
without shoelaces.
Yeah, you're tripping without shoelaces, Brody. I'm gonna post the documents. Hold on.
You're smoking without a crack pipe. Atlanta didn't exist in 1607 or the 1600s. Atlanta didn't exist until the late 1700s. The hell are you talking about, boy? These folks be saying anything, don't they? These folks be saying anything. There were no black slave owners in Atlanta during that time. The world is this man talking about?
Hold on, I'm
Bulldog,
about to post the documents for you.
I want to see this. But you just pull that, you got that off Stormfront or some website somewhere. And by the way, whatever you done pull from Stormfront, that doesn't take away from the United States government making sure that black people were enslaved. So the United States government is going to compensate us. I don't want to hear about all of the slavery that happened to all these other people. Those countries don't exist no more. The United States, that still exists. So they owe, right, Bulldog? Bulldog, unmute your microphone. You tripping with no shoelaces, G? Come on now, unmute your microphone. That Malibu most wanted bullshit. Unmute your microphone, Bulldog. Okay, he has himself muted. I don't have him muted. Okay, since he's not going to unmute, I think he realized what he said was full of crap, and he saw that I.
Hold on, I'm getting these documents for you, bro. Give me just a
Okay,
second.
we're not going to sit up here and wait on you to get some
All
non-existent
right, well that's cool. Then do what you got to do.
because you don't.
Don't sit and try and call me
Have,
a liar and then cut me
okay,
off where I can show you.
you don't have anything. That's why you sitting here dragging
Oh, I'm
ass.
definitely about to show you.
No, there are no documents talking about some black men bought slaves in Atlanta in the 1600s. There are no documents. You don't have them, and you're wasting time, sir. So anyway, thank you so much. I'm not gonna let this guy waste time. Boy, these white supremacists get to lying their asses off. Uh, man. All right. Let me see who else is in here. Yeah, he's trying to talk with his little black scent. Told y'all, watch those kind of guys. Instigator, what's happening? Let's get Instigator in the building. All right. Instigator. Well, what happened to him? All right. Instigator, what's happening?
Morning. I'm based in South Africa, my brother. You know what I can say to you is go get them, free our people. You know what happened here in South Africa? I think I got that history not long ago in UNISA. The white people, they were compensated for losing their slaves in South Africa by a Britain government. So the question is, who lost here? Is the black people who were enslaved or the white people who lose their slave? This professor, I think, is now in Chicago. His name is, I forgot his name, but he's from South Africa. He said, where is the line where we draw who is a human? How can you compensate the white man who oppress the black man, but you don't have the guts to compensate the black man who lost his humanity based on oppression? So
Yeah,
what I'm saying, Karen,
I agree. Thank you so much. Let me land your plane. I agree. Thank you so much. J Bug, hop on.
Hi. I was just gonna comment on that last guy who tried to say that black people. He said, you notice how he said the first black slave ship, and then he
Right,
said we're being sold to black owners in LA. How are you gonna have descendants of slaves in Atlanta if it was the first black slave ship that landed?
right. And Atlanta didn't exist then. It didn't exist in
Yes.
the hundreds.
And then another thing I wanted to comment on was the original thing that you pulled up the topic about, the governor, pardoning the white supremacists.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that's irritating me about a lot of, black people when it comes to this conversation, we kind of get, for the majority, the most of us that are having these think pieces online, is a lot of them act surprised every time,
Yeah.
and they do it in a way there where it's like, oh, does he know what this looks like? As if we don't know that he did that on purpose. He released him. He picked a white supremacist on purpose
Oh yeah. Oh
to
yeah.
pardon.
Oh yeah.
I don't, and I feel like we should start being more clear that we can see that, because this, the black community writing think pieces every time something like this happens, acting like we're shocked, acting like, why do they do this? Do you know how bad it looks? This, do they know that he's a white supremacist? Blah blah blah. Of course they know.
Of
That's
course.
why they did it.
Mm-hmm. And this is why I keep thumping that thing about white supremacy. People, oh, don't talk about white supremacy. Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going to keep talking about it. And I am not shocked. I'm not surprised. I expect them to sit here and galvanize around white supremacists. They wait until, like, the George Floyd thing, when the George Floyd uprisings were happening. We were getting folks locked down, locked up because the streets were turning up. They sit here and wait for everybody to die down, wait till all the momentum to die down for a few years, and then start slowly letting folks out and kind of backpedaling when they see the streets have cooled down some. So I'm not surprised.
It's the 50th anniversary of hip hop, and we still have a lot of discrepancies as far as the origins of hip hop, a lot of claims, who did what, who was the first this, who was the this and that, and such and such. But at the end of the day, we need a definitive story, all right? And that story can only be told by the founders of this culture.
Like everything was being driven and influenced by young, black, American culture. Like the slang, the style of dress, the initial music that we chose.
You look at all the boroughs, you got, money making Manhattan and money earning Mount Vernon and Crooklyn. The Bronx was the boogie down Bronx. We was partying up there.
I am Coke LaRock, the first MC of hip hop. First cat to pick the mic up.
I introduced rapping to the turntable because when I came with it, nobody in the world was doing it. I'm right after Rudy Ray Moore.
They want to come in the mix, they want to say, we started. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. What came to be known as hip hop was solely an African-American creation.
What would you get out of some Jamaican toast? What is that? I've never heard of a rapper use a Jamaican toast or a Jamaican fleur as a rhyme. I never heard of it, and I don't know where that myth came from.
My name is legendary King Trixie from the Bronx, BX from the West Side. I am the first break dancer.
That narrative that hip hop has had 3 founding fathers, that's been rolling for the last almost 30 years, which isn't true. You don't have just 3 people who created hip hop. Hip hop was created by a number of different people.
I am the grandfather, the godfather of the graffiti culture. I am the first element of hip hop.
The roots of hip hop being Jamaican, absolutely false.
My name is MC Sha-Rock. I am a founding member of the MC/rap culture.
Cassette tapes was the internet of our time. It just traveled around by hand.
I know for a fact that the B-boy stand started from the guards, the 5%ers that would be at the jams back in the days who were acting as security.
If they get the real truth of how it all was created, then so many lies would not be able to be in existence.